entry is against the law. You must wanna go to jail. It's free in the pen. A lot of members in the joint gon' bang on them. Don't bang my door no more. No more. I told him don't care. He knows how to get rid of you. Matter of fact, get the strap. I'm doing myself, Jimmy. I'm so sick of you. You gonna pay for the doors you kicked in. How you got all those friends when they can't fit in? Everything you wrong, oh, you gonna fix them. I'ma kick your ass. Jimmy, go get my cash. Take it in my Jimmy, get my Better have my money back. Come from Jimmy, oh, now you wanna fight. You got hostile shooting on fights in plain sight. Niggas on sight. No, I don't wanna rap about it, nigga. I'm done. There's nothing to talk about until you get my phone. You ain't got my shit yet. You better dip, set your outside screaming with ain't nobody hit yet. Jimmy thinks he's Biggie Smalls kicking in the door. I think Jimmy got to pay that bread, y'all. Nigga breaking entry is against the law. You must wanna go to jail. It's free in the pen. A lot of members in the joint go bang on them. Don't bang my door. No more. Jimmy don't get my time. Jimmy. What's going on, y'all? It's Mason Mack hitting y'all with another video. Because I see situation going on with 50 getting kind of heated, you know what I mean? Especially situation with T.I. and his son King. I was like, what? But I ain't gonna lie, you know what I mean? When you talking about somebody's mama, that's a very delicate situation for yourself. I just was thinking like, damn. But then I did hear that 50 somewhat, I guess, he went off social media for a little while and then he came back. So 50 plotting something. He dotting his I's, crossing his T's, trying to see what he could do to get under everybody's skin. You feel me? Because the industry looking real rocky right now, man. Y'all can't cap. The industry looking a little suspect. 50, the only person really talking. Jay not talking. You don't hear obviously Diddy and them. They can't really do nothing. Diddy, R. Kelly, da da da. But the industry right now is really quiet. You feel me? And I'm noticing that a lot. And I noticed the only person that's really speaking up is 50. So he got to be. I mean, in my perception, I would assume he must be the bosses of bosses now. He might be speaking to the people he need to speak to. So at the end of the day, see Jay ain't speaking. He ain't saying nothing. You feel me? He been quiet. And I know for a fact he been going at Jay. I think he ain't really been trying to go at all these other people. I think they going at him. But I know for a fact he going after Jay. So I'm just curious on like how this situation might end up going. Cause now I see all these miscellaneous beefs coming to him. I'm just curious, like, yo, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? I know 50 used to be in the public enemy number one. You know what I mean? When he came out with the How to Rob track, that was definitely like something that people would, you know, pay attention to. You know what I mean? He coming at the and I ain't gonna front. I feel like he had the best format to come in the industry. Like, you know what I mean? He had a buzz on the street. You know what I mean? He started putting his music. You know what I mean? He started on the streets in his music, and people were scared of that. Like, I can't knock 50 for being talented, bro. Like, you gotta realize there's not a lot of talented people out here. So, and I realize from what we know now, a lot of these industry people was using other people's talent and benefiting over it. So for him to be able to use his talent to get on, like it's like, come on now. Like I know people worried. They know he coming for that spot. Now he doing shows, movies, and all that. Like, boy, 50 got it. 50 got it right now. I can't cap. You know what I mean? 50 got it. And like I said, I want to see how the how how I say respond. How would they respond? Because like I said, this thing with Ti is kind of weird. Like to me personally, like I know Ti wanted to do the verses with him. He said he would put it and all that, but 50 versus Ti in a battle night. I mean, I'm saying for the South people, maybe look at it a different way, but as a New Yorker, like I don't see the sparkle in that. You know what I mean? I don't see the how would you say? Like I don't see the bread coming from that. Like 50, like I always said, like if 50 do a verses, he had to do that shit with like somebody like Jadakiss or somebody like who else? Probably like Fat Joe. So everybody want to see. Everybody want to see the 50 versus Ja Rule versus. I know that's gonna bring money. 50 versus Ja Rule versus, cause no cap. As much as 50, he do his little, he do his little thing on the internet. I ain't gonna front. Him and catalog is kind of similar. You feel me? Like I feel like Rule was doing this thing before 50 really. Hey, what's up? Thank you for joining. I felt like Ja Rule was doing this thing before 50 came in the picture, you feel me? And to this day, you can still listen to Ja Rule songs and still vibe with it, you feel me? So to see a Ja Rule and 50 Cent versus, I think that's what everybody want. Nobody really want no Ti versus um 50 Cent. Like, I mean, it'll be like a East versus South, but I don't see the money out of that. You feel me? Now 50 versus Ja, that's gonna bring some money. Yeah, I know that's gonna bring some money. You feel me? People gonna pop out. Everybody gonna want to pop out. The whole Queen's gonna pop out for that. You know what I mean? And that's why I said if they can do that to where you know what I mean, it could just be. And I'm not saying that something won't happen. Hopefully something won't happen. But if they could just have Ja and 50 and that's it, you feel me, on the stage and they doing their little songs and we see who you know what I mean? Who got the best chart in music? Then I feel like that whole beef would be over. That whole John 50 shit would be over. But until then, just gotta, you just gotta let it rock. You gotta see, hopefully, you know what I mean? Because I always say, like, this is 2026 right now. So at the end of the day, man, everybody needs to be getting on their job, doing what they need to do to get their bread right now. Soon they ain't gonna be that easy to get no bread. You know what I mean? With the Fed now coming and all this extra stuff coming, you feel me? Like, there's going to be a lot of obstacles in people's way to become multimillionaires and billionaires. And, whatever your dream is, it's going to be harder. You know what I mean? Because the government ain't playing field no more. Everything is basically, everything is basically, um, like, gimme. Pac said, gimme. You feel me? Like, block. Like, everybody trying to just take what they got, what they need, and they ain't trying to help nobody else. So everybody got to help themselves or help each other. Feel me? People really got to build a community, and they got to make sure that, like, your surroundings is secure because at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna help you but the people that you love and that love you. So at the end of the day, you got to like, y'all got to like, people got to build a community. Like, y'all got to build family structured situations right now because I'm telling y'all, next 2 years, it's gonna be different. I'm telling y'all. And I know people be like, what 2 years ain't but 2 years right now can make a big difference. You feel me? So I tell everybody, you know what I mean, get on your job, do what y'all gotta do. You know what I mean? And hopefully everything turn out good. As long as you do everything with love, no cap, everything gonna turn out the way it's supposed to be. So at the end of the day, 50, I feel like I feel like 50 needs to apologize. You feel me? Because I'm saying that's somebody's mom. I'm not. I know in hip hop it ain't no it ain't none of that soft shit. But at the end of the day, that's somebody's mom. You feel me? Everybody got a mom. Everybody cherish their mom. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I know 50 petty as fuck, so he don't give a fuck about none of this shit I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, I mean, apology could be in here. Apologize to Tiny. Let him know like you was just a casualty of the situation, and leave it at that. You feel me? Cause you don't know where it's gonna go. You feel me? I'm not saying Ti ain't no slouch neither. You know what I mean? From what we heard from him in the South, so you know what I mean. I think it's gonna be exciting little summer that's coming out. So y'all please like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Let me know how y'all feel about the topic. Y'all feel like 50 went overboard. You feel like King didn't do that much. I think King just dropped the track. I think he dropped the track. You feel me? I don't know what the buzz is on the track, but you know what I mean? Let me know, y'all. Let me know in the comments. Put it in the comments, man. Shout out to 015. You know what I mean? But 050, feel me? 050. Shout out to them over there. They doing their thing, you feel me? Hopefully I get acquainted, you know what I mean? Shit get lit. And that's it, yo, man. I love y'all, man. I'll see y'all again.